Hey, what's up, guys? I'm glad you were able to get to the video. Hey, before I get rolling on this video, just a little reminder, a little pep talk for you. Please, 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 guys, do me a huge favor and just take care of business today when I'm gone. I'm gonna be honest, I'm nervous. I'm nervous about not being at school with you today because I'm nervous about how you act when I'm not here and when I'm not in the room with you guys because of how poorly it went with the last time I was gone. So I'm nervous and I'm at a funeral today. I don't want to be nervous. I don't want to be thinking about you guys and whether or not you're, you know, going crazy and making a big deal when I'm gone. I don't want to have to be thinking about that when I'm at a funeral today with my family. So just take care of business, all right? That's all I'm asking you to do. Act like respectable adults, which I know that you have the ability to do. Um, don't be climbing around on the tables. Don't be sitting on the floor. Don't be talking back to the sub. Watch the things you say. Watch the words that you use. I know that you guys can act like I know that you guys can act like adults. So I'm just asking you, for me, do it for me. Take care of business today. All right. Take care of business today, and it'll be all good when I come back tomorrow. Okay. So I'm not gonna talk too long in this video. I'm just gonna give you a little bit of information that you need. There's gonna be two things that you do today. You're gonna watch this video. You're gonna practice the stuff from this video for a little bit, and then in the last half of class, you guys are gonna practice some solving equation stuff because we can never have enough practice with that. So anyways, let's get rolling on this video. We're talking about graphing quadratics a little bit more. We've done this a lot. This is what the last unit was about, but there's one more added thing that I'm gonna show you in this video, and then we'll talk about it more when I'm back. Okay. So I'm gonna graph this function. It's in standard form. So remember, you got A, you got B, and you got C. So the first thing that we needed to do when you're graphing in standard form is find the axis of symmetry. Okay, and remember that was found using the equation x equals negative b over 2a. All right, well, a is 1, b is negative 4, right? So I'm going to plug those things in to this equation. It's negative b is negative 4, so that's negative 4 divided by 2 times a, which is 1. Well, negative 4 is positive 4. 2 times 1 is 2. And 4 divided by 2 is 2. So that's the axis of symmetry, right? And then from there, you would plug in the axis of symmetry back into the equation to get the vertex, right? So let's do that. We're going to find the vertex. I have to take x as 2, plug that into my equation. So that, plugging it into my original equation, x squared minus 4x plus 1. I'm going to take 2 and plug it in. It's 2 squared minus 4 times 2 plus 1. That's 4 minus 8 plus 1. Okay. So 4 minus 8 is negative 4. And negative 4 plus 1 is negative 3. All right. So that means the vertex is the point 2, 3, right? The x coordinate is the axis of symmetry, and the y coordinate we got down here. All right, so if I was going to graph that, I can go get a point at the vertex over 2 and up 3. There's my vertex. The axis of symmetry is this line that cuts it in half. Okay, so we know how to do all that. We know how to do that. But there's something new that I need to show you in this video, okay? Because we want to be a little bit more precise. Up till now, we've just said, well, at this point, we got to decide, does it open up or does it open down? And then you just draw in a parabola. Well, for what we're doing in this new unit, we need to be a little bit more accurate with the points that we use. So we're going to build a table. Okay, we got to build a table in order to graph this thing. So I'm going to create a table down here. I have X values and I have Y values. I'm going to plug in some X values and I'm going to plug in some X values to my equation to get the Y values. All right. But here is big important thing. When you're building your table, this is the big important thing. The vertex must go in the middle of your table. The vertex has to go in the middle, all right? Because there's a trick that we're going to pull, and if the vertex is not in the middle, it doesn't work. So the vertex we know is 2, 3, so I'm going to go to the middle of the table. The x-coordinate is 2. The x-coordinate is 2, and the y-coordinate is 3, okay? So I put the vertex in the middle of the table, and now here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to pick 2 x-coordinates. I'm going to pick 2 x-coordinates that are bigger than the vertex and 2 that are smaller. So I'm going to go 2 bigger, so 3, 4, and I'm going to go 2 smaller, 1, 0. So 2 bigger and 2 smaller. And what I'm going to do is plug in these x values into my equation to see what the y values are. And then I can go graph all those things, okay? So just for ease, I'm going to choose to plug in 1 and 0, okay, because those numbers are going to be a little bit easier to work with than 3 and 4 right off the bat. Okay, so what I'm doing is I'm taking these x coordinates and I'm going to plug them in to the equation. Remember, the equation was up here, x squared minus 4x plus 1. So what I'm doing is I'm taking those numbers, I'm plugging them in. So let's do it over here with 1. Let's do it with 1. So I'm going to replace x with 1. So it's y equals 1 squared minus 4 times 1 plus 1, right? Well, let's just do one thing at a time here. 1 squared is 1. Negative 4 times 1 is negative 4. So then I need to do 1 minus 4 plus 1, right? Okay. If you put all that in a calculator, 1 minus 4 is negative 3. Negative 3 plus 1 is negative 2. So put that in on the calculator. You're going to get negative 2 for y. Okay. Well, then I need to do that again, but I need to do it for 0, right? So I did it for 1. Now I'm going to do it for 0. So I'm going to plug in 0 in for x in the equation. Y equals 0 squared minus 4 times 0 plus 1. One thing at a time. 0 squared is just 0, right? So that's 0. Negative 4 times 0 is also just 0, so that's minus 0. And then plus 1. Well, 0 minus 0 is nothing, right? So I just have 1. So if you plug in 0, you get 1. Okay? All right, so now here's a little trick that we're going to pull. Because a parabola, think about what it looks like. It looks like this. Here's the vertex. Here's the axis of symmetry. It's symmetric, right? So one half looks exactly the same as the other half. It just looks like it got flipped, right? It's looking in a mirror. It just got flipped. So the trick that I can pull is that I don't even need to plug in 4 and 3. I don't even need to try because I know what they're going to be. They have to match the numbers I got down here because one half of the parabola looks exactly the same as the other half. That's why we put the vertex in the middle, because it reflects over the vertex, right? So I don't even need to plug in 3 and 4. I know that if I plug in 3, I'm going to get negative 2. And if I plug in 4, I'm going to get 1. So I just took the numbers I got down here, and I flipped them up here. I don't mean flip as in change the sign. I mean I can just copy them because a parabola is symmetric. I can copy those numbers to the other half of the table, okay? So now I have a complete table of X and Y values that I can go graph. Okay, so let's see. I got to plot the point 4, 1. So I go over 4 and up 1. Okay, oops. I'm going to go over 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, up 1. Oh my gosh. Sorry, guys. Over 4, up 1. There you go. And then I got to go to 3, negative 2. Three, negative 2. And then I have my vertex, 2, 3. Go 1, negative 2. Okay. And then I'm going to go 1, or sorry, 0, 1. All right, and I made a mistake. Hopefully you can see what the mistake is. Maybe you saw it at the very beginning. This is negative 3 right here. So my vertex is negative 3. Negative 3. If you saw that mistake, tell me tomorrow, and I don't know, I'll give you some fruit snacks or something like that. So my vertex is actually down here at 2, negative 3, and that looks a little bit better. Okay, so now I have a parabola. It looks a little bit better now. Now I know exactly what points I need to hit, right? I know I got to get these points on my graph, so it looks a little bit cleaner now. Okay. So recap, what did we do? Well, first we found the axis of symmetry like we always do, right? We plugged that in to get the vertex like we always did. And now the new thing is that we built this table of values to try to be a little bit more accurate. So I had to plug in the vertex in the middle. That was the big trick. Put the vertex in the middle, and then you only have to pick 1/2. You only have to pick 2 of the new points to go plug in, and then you can just copy them up to the other half of the table. Go plot them on your graph, and you got yourself a parabola. Okay. So now what you guys are going to do is you're going to practice doing this a little bit on your own. You're going to draw some graphs, make some tables, and then in the other half of class, you're going to practice solving some equations. All right. So thank you for being on your best behavior today. Like I said, take care of business. If you are watching the video still, if you're still watching the video, I'm going to run a little experiment. It means you watch the video all the way to the end. So tomorrow, don't tell anybody, okay? Don't tell anybody if you're watching the video still. Tomorrow, come into class, and when you see me in class tomorrow, just come shake my hand. Come shake my hand, okay? And if you shake my hand, I will know that you watched the video all the way through, and I'll give you some fruit snacks or something like that, okay? But don't tell anybody, okay? You got to reward yourself for being the cream of the crop here, all right? So thanks for watching the video. Take care of business, guys, and I'll see you tomorrow.